You think you know what a pickup truck feels like until the moment the Tesla Cybertruck rolls into your sightline like something ripped straight out of a sci-fi prophecy. The first seconds are enough to make your pulse jump. That sharp stainless steel armor, the futuristic stance, the silent intimidation, it feels less like a truck and more like a challenge to everything we thought we understood about power on wheels. Before you even hit the accelerator, you already sense that this machine wasn't built to impress anyone. It was built to redefine the feeling of control. The real test begins when you close the door and hear that heavy, metallic thud, a sound that doesn't just promise strength, it demands belief. Inside, the cabin is both brutal and elegant, minimalistic yet strangely warm. The massive center display glows with confidence, and the panoramic glass roof lets the sky hang directly over your head, as if inviting you to dare it. The Cybertruck doesn't whisper, it stares you down, waiting for your next move. The first press of the accelerator is where the shock hits. That instant torque slams forward with an aggression that feels completely unnatural for something this massive. Zero hesitation, zero drama, just pure, silent force pushing you back into the seat as the truck rockets ahead with a look how wrong you were attitude. The world outside becomes a blur as the Cybertruck delivers acceleration that doesn't just impress, it intimidates. You're left with this electric rush crawling through your chest, that same rush you feel when turbulence hits during a flight and the plane suddenly drops. That mix of fear and thrill, yeah, that's exactly it. Once the speed settles and reality catches its breath, the next surprise hits. The steering. You expect a beast like this to fight your hands, but it's the opposite. The steer-by-wire system reacts with precision, almost like the truck is predicting your intentions before you make them. Tight corners that normally feel like wrestling matches in a traditional pickup become smooth, confident sweeps. It's not natural, but it is addictive. Every maneuver feels engineered, calculated, perfected to the millimeter. And then comes the suspension test, where most trucks start talking, complaining, bouncing, reminding you of their weight. But the Cybertruck just glides. The adaptive air suspension lifts, lowers, and adjusts with a calm authority, swallowing bumps and imperfections like they're not even real. Off-road, it feels bizarrely composed, climbing and descending with a confidence that makes you double-check whether the ground is actually rough or if the truck is just refusing to acknowledge it. But the real moment of truth arrives when you take it into environments where trucks are expected to prove themselves: loose dirt, sharp climbs, riverbed-style dips, uneven rocks. This is where the Cybertruck's traction control silently flexes. No revving, no struggling, no drama. Just a controlled, mechanical determination, as if the motors are each whispering to their wheels, "I've got this." The exoskeleton takes hits from kicked-up debris without flinching, without dents, without apologies. That's when you start to realize, the real power of this truck isn't just the numbers. It's the confidence. And that confidence follows you back onto the road. The acceleration doesn't fade with repetition. The handling doesn't lose its sharpness. The cabin remains a quiet, elegant fortress. And the looks, well, every stoplight becomes a staring contest with strangers trying to decide if what you're driving is genius or madness. That's the beauty of the Cybertruck, it refuses to hide. It dominates every street like a character in a movie who always walks into the room last but leaves the biggest
impression. By the time you finish the real-world testing, you start to understand the truth. The Cybertruck isn't trying to be a traditional truck. It's not trying to look tough, or act tough, or pretend it belongs to any category we already know. It's something new. Something that wants to start a fight with everything old, everything comfortable, everything predictable. And in that rebellion, it succeeds brilliantly. Because when you step out of it and look back, there's this moment where you think, this is the first truck that made the future feel real, the first truck that tested me as much as I tested it, and honestly, it wins.